things that structure the line and put it into, like, cut it into pieces, right? So that's why we have marked the trees like this, like a crack. And this is where we have the poplar, alamo, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, the poplar. And the poplar goes together with the elder, sauco. No, sauco?
Sauce?
Sauce,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.
Sauco is, no. How was it again?
Sauce. Yeah, the
No,
one.
sorry, no sauce.
The
Sauce
sauco.
is here. Sauce is somewhere else.
Okay.
Sauco. Yes, sauco is the elder.
Okay, the other one.
So here's the poplar. Alamo is splitting up. So as we can see, Lauren.
Sorry, I'm gonna put the other one in the water.
Ah, okay. Just because you need to keep checking while you plant. So it would be good if you can see the structure like this. This is a poplar. And this is a poplar, right? So we have two, you see the crooked wood sticks? Everyone can see this?
Yep.
Okay, this is the poplar. Alamo. In the middle of this is willow, sauce. And then in the middle of these is the raspberry. So we have poplar, willow, sauce, raspberries. And then this is always the same design, just in different spacings, but it's always poplar, willow, raspberry. And sometimes you can see that there's a wood lying here. The wood means that we will put a pole, because as you have seen in the front, raspberries need something to climb on, right? So the poles is the thing actually that we're going to do first, because it needs to go deepest in the ground, and then we need to kind of like stamp it. And the pole is always going to be close to a raspberry. So this is the poplar, this is a raspberry, so the pole will be close to here. And since the raspberries, as you've seen, are in pots, we need to plant this together. So first, you take out the pot of the raspberry, put it here, so that you can put the pole. So maybe you can hand me just please orientate the plant from the trunk, where the big trunk comes. This is gonna be the middle. So here we have this, and then the pole, can you put this next to it, please? Comes close to it, okay? So then we need to measure. If we put the pot like this, we need so much distance that we can put the pot in here. So that means that here will go the pole. Then you can take like something to mark and be like, okay, here will be the middle of your pole, and here will be the middle of your raspberry. Then you take it out again, this out, and then we start with the digging the hole. Of course, first we need to remove this tape, which we will do soon. But yeah, the idea is for the pole, since it's a little bit wider, we take the big digger. That's the orange one. And then you start digging a hole here, right? Here.
Okay.
Namely deep, like you try to not mess up these lines. You dig and put the excess what you take out in the bucket. Yeah. Same as we did with the other planting. You take the excess out, and 1/2 meter deep, so like this, the pole should be. It's the same depths as we also plant cuttings. So really deep, okay? When you have put all of this out, then we put the pole back in, and the pole needs to be really stamped. So you put the pole in, we add a tiny bit of soil, stamping. We need another piece of wood, yeah, like these things, where we can really stamp, right? Because this should be really fixed in the ground. And when we come, but only the stamping, we only do down. When we go up, we do stamp a little bit, but not too much. And then when we reach a height, like this height, we then set also the raspberry in, right? Because it's going to be really close to the pole.
So it's just one hole?
Touching.
Just one hole total?
Well, no, it's kind of, well, I mean, for this one, you need yes, for this is one hole. And then this, we just add, because it's really tiny, right? You don't really need the digger even. It's going to be, that's then going to be like next to it, but just a tiny bit, yeah? So this is what we do first to set these poles, because they are so deep. So you are going to be the pole coordinator, because there's only one tool here. So you will do poles. And then whenever you are done, no, you're the pole digger, let's say. You're the pole digger.